Less than P class equals data end equals 488. Data start equals 77 greater than. So here we go. The Stanley Cup playoffs are back, and the Montreal Canadiens are right in the thick of it. Last night was Game 1 against the Washington Capitals. And wow, what a roller coaster it turned out to be. The Habs fought hard, showed serious grit, and nearly pulled off a stunning comeback. But in the end, Alexander Ovechkin had the last word, netting the overtime winner and handing Montreal a 3-2 loss. Less than pop class equals data end equals 893 data start equals 490 greater than. Honestly, it was a classic Ovi performance. The guy's a machine. He scored in regulation, and then again just 2.5 minutes into OT, off a sweet feed from Anthony Beauvillier. That was Ovechkin's 74th career playoff goal. But surprisingly, his very first in overtime. And Capital One Arena? It absolutely erupted. Ovi! 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 Chants were thunderous as fans celebrated the hero of the night. Less than P class equals data end equals 1368. Data start equals 895 greater than. But let's not overlook what Montreal brought to the table. After going down 2-0, they came alive in the third. Cole Caulfield, who had hit the post earlier, buried one on the power play to make it 2-1. And just when it felt like the clock was going to run out, Captain Nick Suzuki stepped up. He pounced on a loose puck and calmly fired it past a sprawling Logan Thompson to tie the game with just over 4 minutes left. That goal? Pure leadership and poise under pressure. Less than P class equals data end equals 1804. Data start equals 1370, greater than. And shout out to Samuel Montembeault. He was a wall between the pipes. Despite the loss, he made 29 saves and kept the Canadiens within striking distance all night, especially when Washington came out flying early on. The Cabs were hitting everything in sight, and you could tell some of Montreal's younger players were adjusting to the playoff intensity. Kaiden Goulet even admitted it was the fastest period of hockey he's ever played. Less than P class equals data end equals 2208. Data start equals 1806 greater than. What really stood out was how much better Montreal looked as the game went on. That third period? Easily their best stretch. They hemmed Washington in, kept the pressure on, and looked like a team that could do damage. Lane Hutchison chipped in with 2 assists, and guys like Slavkovsky and Levine were creating havoc around the net. Even though it didn't result in a W, there's a lot to be encouraged by. Less than P class equals data end equals 2603 data start equals 2210 greater than. So yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you fight back that hard only to lose in sudden death. But this is playoff hockey. Momentum can shift fast. The Canadiens showed they can hang with the Caps, and if they clean up their starts and keep that third period energy rolling, this series is far from over. Game 2 goes down Wednesday, and something tells me the boys will be ready. Stay subscribed for more videos.